Der hat ja nicht mal sein Licht an. Eine Anzeige. Sobald die schießen, musst du raus. Okay. Digga, Idiot. Er hätte einfach unter der Brücke stehen bleiben sollen. Und warum bleibt er denn bei einer Ampel stehen, Chat? Warum bleibt er dann an Ampeln stehen,
May
Digga?
pull off to go to that one since that's not too far away. If we do that, it's going to be essentially impossible to find this guy again because, again, there's no units behind him. So there's really going to be no way for us to find him.
Denkt ihr, der kommt davon, Chat?
So he's at Redondo and Broadway. I'm going to stay with this guy for now. And then we'll determine if we are going to pull off for the Compton one.
Da sind halt gar keine Cops um ihn rum.
Broadway at Compton. The other ones are going to Compton? Okay.
Wo ist das, Chat? In L.A.? Ah ja, L.A. Klar, wo sonst?
And you want to go to the Compton one, Jamie? The other one? Okay, so we'll stay with this one for now. So they apparently lost visual on the Compton one, so we're still going to stay with this guy for now. Again, at this point, it's not a pursuit. And the reason for that is there's no ground units behind him. There's no helicopter overhead, so this is essentially a guy driving down the road at high speeds who was in a pursuit, but now there's no units behind him. The original want was DUI and possibly armed. And George, he's behind us now at 6 o'clock. So yeah, make that turn, thank you. And now he's out my door, 9 o'clock.
Krass, Digga.
Perf.
Wie heftig die Kameras sind von dem Helikopter, Chat. Was jetzt?
Now folks, this is not easy to follow. It's a dark colored vehicle. He's only got one headlight. There's no units behind him. There's no airship overhead.
Heftig, oder, Chat? Wie krank die Kameras sind. Und wie gut die den dann einfach da filmen können.
But we'll follow him as long as we can. He just made that right-hand turn on 235th Street from Broadway and has slowed down significantly because at this point, no units behind him, no airship overhead, so it's essentially not a chase. Go ahead, Jamie, I gotcha.
Die Stabilität ist krass. Ja, ultra. Ist das live? Ja, ist live. Ey, geil, Chat, sowas können wir öfter machen. Das macht irgendwie Spaß. Auch wenn da jetzt keine Polizisten sind hinter ihm.
Alright, again, this is no longer a pursuit. It was at one point of a DUI driver.
Erstmal einen Kanal abonnieren, Chat.
The sheriff's
Content.
airship, which was the only police unit overhead, pulled off to go to another chase. It sounds like
er muss bei Rot stehen bleiben. Wenn er weiterfährt, darf er gepittet werden. Was heißt denn pitten?
We're gonna cut the stream for now. We're gonna stay overhead, keep an eye on it. If any units get behind him again, or if the airship comes back and gets overhead, then we'll be able to rebroadcast.
Oh, er fährt raus.
There's low on fuel now. I'd love to see that. Man, whenever they pull over for fuel during a pursuit, that is always
Lol.
so crazy to me. Looks like there's two people in the car. They're at Main and El Segundo.
Denkt ihr die Zahlen? Denkt ihr die Zahlen im Tank?
So there's two men. I don't know if there's anyone else in there, but clearly two men. The driver is the one without the hoodie.
Ja, wir sind wieder drin.
So this is CHP
Oh,
that's in pursuit,
jetzt Polizei hinter ihm. Geil.
This is
Oh,
pursuit
krass, auch das
package.
Licht von
You've
oben,
got the
vom
ground unit,
Helikopter.
you've got the airship. My pilot George is trying to get us clearance to go north on the 110, so we're waiting to hear from LAX to get that permission so we can go north.
Digga. Alter. Oh, das ist guter Content, Chat, oder? Eins, wenn das babamäßiger Content ist, können wir das jeden Stream machen. Wieso habe ich das noch nie davor gemacht, Chat? Das ist ja voll geil.
So this is again northbound 110. I think that's Florence there, so the Florence exit. So the CHP units are trying to get behind him, but he's zigzagging through traffic.
Die kommen nah
We
dran.
now know there's two men in the car. And again, this the original want was DUI, and they believe that somebody in the vehicle may be armed. It was originally the sheriff's department that was in pursuit, and now it's
Die sagen, der hat vielleicht Waffen. Ich bin super fasziniert von den Kameras,
So
Chat.
we're catching up here. It's always tough when a pursuit makes its way through the LAX area, but we're northbound on the 110. Going to be coming up to the 10 freeway is the next freeway. So we'll be passing by areas like the Coliseum, USC. Eventually we'll get to downtown.
Okay, jetzt geht's in den Tunnel rein.
So there's the elevated portion here of the 110. It's the carpool lanes. So we'll lose sight of him for just a moment. But we'll see him pop out the other side.
Da ist er wieder. Mach mal Paul, ob er entkommt. Chat, wollt ihr wollt ihr Punkte darauf wetten, ob der entkommt oder nicht? Was ist denn das hier? Ist es die Anzeige vom Helikopter, wie schnell er fliegt, oder wie schnell die Autos sind? Hier Motorradfahrer, das bin ich dann in LA. Das ist er hier, ne? Der fährt ganz schön schnell, Digga. 110 Meilen, das sind ja 200 km/h oder so, oder? 180?
You know, what is the protocol now, though, when you have a driver who's willing to go at speeds this, this quickly, this rapidly? Obviously, do they pull back a little bit to sort of maybe calm this person down? Because obviously, the more speed we have, the more potential for a catastrophic accident.
Uff, das war close.
Once they find it, if we go back in pursuit of it, and then obviously they decided that it's better just to continue the pursuit, and that's like we all say, the reason I like doing this, Tom, is because the public can see this, and I know that some of your viewers are calling people if they're out there because it is New Year's Eve day.
Yeah.
They might be coming back and forth, but once we get that air unit overhead, we're going to be pretty much locked into it here.
Right, and we always have this sort of checklist of questions when we end up in these situations when these suspects are trying to get away. Of course, most of the time, these pursuits end with the person driving, under arrest. But you look at the driver here, and you wonder, they can see the spotlight, they know they're being chased, and still they're going at these exceptionally high speeds, very dangerous, and look how closely this person is driving by these other vehicles. I mean, one sharp turn, and this could turn catastrophic in moments, in seconds, really.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why, usually I'll just say, and this is my own thinking, it's not the department, even though I'm retired, it's what I always say, that
Der soll Lester anrufen.
if I'm a pedestrian or in a vehicle on a freeway and I see this coming up behind me, I'm just going to hold on to the steering wheel, stay on my lane, because you had what you referred to. This guy's going so fast. If he clips anybody, it's going to be horrible, not just for him, but
Ist halt nur eine Frage der Zeit, Chat, bis der einen Unfall baut, oder?
And it's as far as his driving, I mean, that's the whole thing that started this thing. It was just reckless DUI type driving under the influence. They are intoxicated. They're not real sure, but that's what got their attention on it.
Yeah. And obviously, we also kind of go through a checklist of questions too. And by the way, I'm joined by KCAL news anchor Susie Saw here.
Bleibt stehen.
Obviously, at these speeds, you can't do a pit maneuver.
Bleibt stehen.
There's not a whole lot you can do in terms. Oh, we have this person pulling over.
Yeah, looks like we're slowing down here.
Yeah, this is.
Is this the first time we're talking about this? Yeah.
Yep.
Yo.
All right.
Yes.
Full
Hello,
stop.
Susie.
Yeah.
Hi there, Dave. Thank you so much for being with us. This is breaking news.
Jo.
Tom Wade, I'm Susie Suh. We also have
Hoffentlich wird er jetzt nicht geschossen, Digga, dann sonst muss ich... Okay, der hält die Hände raus.
This car just coming to a stop after a brief chase.
Okay, er steigt aus.
For about 15 minutes or so, I'd say.
Right. A real about face here too, Susie, because we saw this guy flying down the road. Now he's coming out with his hands. I don't know, maybe he was running out of gas.
Maybe
Who knows?
He was. And thought, you know what?
Wollte er gerade wieder einsteigen?
Yeah. And just bring it to a
racking up the felonies the further you go, right?
Yeah. But it looks like he is obeying those orders. Dave, what kind of orders are they yelling out right now?
Well, right now you're going to have one of the officers that'll give out the orders and have him, step out of the vehicle, open up the door from the outside, which he did, and then after have him step out, pull his jacket up so they can check and see that you're seeing there. And then afterwards they'll call him back.
Zugriff.
Remember, we're not, with those blacked out windows, we're not sure if there's anybody else in there. We're not sure if there's any weapons involved. If he's running from the police at these speeds.
Die waren jetzt zu zweit. Ja, da ist noch einer im Auto.
He may be a two-striker looking at 3 and maybe committed some other type of crime. So they'll eventually have to clear that vehicle. They got him in custody. They're shaking him down, making sure no weapons. And then, of course, now the procedure is going to be to cautiously approach that vehicle and clear it.
And, we go through this kind of checklist we were talking about, Susie. you wonder, as
more people in there.
Mr. Abel was telling us, but you know, why are they running? And then we find out, you know, like he said, there could be a criminal history, there could be other felonies we don't know.
Something more serious than this suspected
Stell dir vor, der Beifahrer fährt jetzt weg. Ja, das wäre heftig gewesen. Vielleicht noch eine dritte Person? Digga, es ist einfach wie bei GTA, oder? Sieht aus wie bei GTA. 6 Sterne. Crazy, Mann. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Also die zwei Jungs gehen jetzt erstmal in den Knast. Verrückt, Digga. Klassischer Abend in L.A. Klassischer Abend in L.A. Ich bin ein bisschen traurig, dass es nicht weitergeht, weil ich habe das wirklich enjoyed. Das war wirklich guter Content gerade. Wrong Car schreiben die hier. Wrong Driver. Ist es das falsche Auto gewesen, Chat? Ich schreibe auch mal was rein. Hello. Hello, guys. Darf ich da Werbung machen für meinen Twitch-Kanal, Chat? Come and say hi. Nicht, dass ich jetzt gebannt werde bei denen. Denkt ihr, kommen jetzt Leute bei mir ins Stream rein? Crazy, crazy. Guys? Ich habe Guys geschrieben, Chat. Hi from YouTube. Digga, du heißt Stuttgart. Du heißt Stuttgart. Dein Name ist Stuttgart, Bro. Denkt ihr, da kommt jetzt einer rein? Es hat sich gelohnt, Werbung zu machen. Oh, hier. Sub to Imcos. Are you from the Livestream, YouTube? What's up? Oh. Hello, Guys. Wäre Englisch, würde er Yo und nicht Yo schreiben. Ja, okay, hast du recht. Er hat sich enttarnt selber. Hast recht. Ja, das war eine super Verfolgungsjagd.